Homes. Can't live with them, can't live without them.
What?
Like many young people, I want to eventually own a house someday. I'm tired of living the renter's life. You know what I'm talking about. White carpet, white walls, white ceiling. All you need is a poorly fitting toilet paper holder, and you got the landlord special, baby. There are obviously many benefits that come to owning a home. For example, you can customize it any way that you see fit. If I want to change the floors to something worse than what's already in there, I can do that. If I want to paint the walls bright freaking pink, I can do that. If I want to dig a 6-foot hole in my yard just because I saw the movie Holes and I thought it'd be really cool, I can do that. I'm going to skip the cold showers though. I don't want to do that. But obviously the big positive to owning your own home is that you can actually sink money into a bit of an investment, a long-term plan, if you will. Now, if you've been staying informed into the real estate market, real estate news, you'd be led to believe that it is actually a really good time to buy, or at least it's about to be. And don't get me wrong, it is certainly a lot better than it was 5 years ago. I am fully aware of that. But let me tell you something. As somebody who has a realtor, who has areas that he wants to live in, who has towns that he wants to go to try to look for a home, who is actually in the process of looking for a home, it is one of the most daunting challenges I have ever faced in my life. So what do I mean by that? Because chances are, depending on where you live, you could very well not be impacted by this whatsoever. I currently live in a little bit of a hot market given Cornell University. It brings a lot of jobs, it brings a lot of students, brings a lot of recognition to the town of Ithaca and the surrounding area. If you live in like a Nashville or in Austin, Texas, or another like hot market, chances are you've really come across the competitiveness when it comes to all of these homes. And the problem is with this competitiveness, we're also seeing a bit of a lack of inventory. So that is driving the prices up, while again, the inventory is rather low. Case in point right here, this is just a typical ranch that I found on Zillow. It's around the Ithaca area. It's actually in Ithaca itself, but it's on like sort of the outskirts. This house sold in 2017 for $140,000. It then sold again 3 years later, sort of tracking with the price, tracking with inflation at $156,000. It then sold again last November, for $139,000. I'm assuming it was a little bit in disrepair, needed some work, somebody was going to flip it. Now, flippers are allowed to make money, 100%. If you put in the work to renovate the house, you are allowed to make money. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. I have no issue with that at all. But what I'm seeing so much of in this market is this need to price the house so astronomically high, keeping up with like 2020 times when the homes could just sell for any price that they wanted to because the inventory was so low. This house is selling right now for $330,000. And it's not like anything like special. It's not anything crazy. Look at that graph, man. Look at that. Like, this is what we have to deal with. And the problem is people actually buy it at this price, which makes it even harder for first-time home buyers that don't have these kind of budgets, that have a budget that's around like something that starts with one. It completely prices them out of the market. It's a fine house. It's the typical millennial flip. Also, while we're at the subject, I love the AI virtual staging that has been going on, the epidemic. There's so many of these virtual AI stagings that very clearly don't look like anything real is in there. Like, yeah, that looks nice, man. Good job, ChatGPT. I love the bowl of limes. But it's just the typical like gray millennial flip. Home Depot, carpets are nice. But this is the problem, is that these houses that are like good, they're all right, are just so astronomically high. Like, if you want something that starts with a 1 or a low 2 in this market, you have to go with a piece of crap or something that's like 45 minutes away from your job. And then you're going to spend all of that on fuel. You're going to spend it on wear and tear of your car. Not to mention the, I like the ball pit. AI, you done it again. This is a This is a funky house. Either way, that's neither here nor there. Also, I wanted to show you something. This house that I'm about to show you is really more of a symptom of like the problems of the Ithaca area. So one of Ithaca's selling features is Cayuga Lake. It's beautiful. The natural parks here are gorgeous. There's so many waterfalls, plenty of hiking. I love my town, man. I love my area. It's drop dead gorgeous. I've never been to another part of the world that's as beautiful as the Finger Lakes region. But because of that, Cayuga Lake is a very desirable location. People want to live on the lake, they want to see water. But when it comes to lakefront living, fancy living, I'm going to hide the price from you, but we're going to look at this house together. It's 216 square feet. It's a single wide right on the lake. You got dock access. That's cool. Boy, we're really looking nice and tidy here. Clean up this garbage. Clean up this garbage. But you get it. Right on the lake. Very desirable. This house, 216 square feet, is currently selling for $400,000. Oh my gosh. $1,800 a square foot. Boy, we're looking like Boston over here. I went into this process really excited. I was thinking to myself, there's going to be not too much inventory, but there are going to be a lot of pretty homes, a lot of pretty starter homes. And now it's almost like the starter home itself is kind of going extinct in some markets. Not to mention that mortgage rates are also climbing up and up and up for something that you personally can't control. It's just the market doing the market things. Another decade, another war. Yippee-ki-yay. Gas is going up. I'm sure groceries are going to go up. It's a summer, man. Another summer, another war. It's great. Not to mention, if you live in Canada, you're kind of screwed right now. But I want to tell you a little bit of a story that I think perfectly encompasses this problem. A couple weeks ago, we put in an offer on a house. The asking price was $275, which we thought was still a little bit too much for the quality of the home. It had great bones, had great potential, but it still needed a little bit of work. It was the perfect ranch starter home that you can put your hands in, get dirty, and make it your own. So the asking price was $275. We put in an offer at $275. Thinking that, we'll have a good shot at it. Weren't even considered. This house went for over $300,000 and had 7 offers on it. Not to mention like the timing of everything. If you find a house now, you need to be on it. Hell, even waive inspections, do things that are probably not the smartest move just to even get looked at for an offer. And then after that, the closing time takes forever. Lawyers have to look over everything. Documents have to be drafted up, signed, drafted up again, signed, finalized. The whole process takes like 4 months after having to rush just to look at the house and get a good offer in. And I don't want to be all doom and gloom on this channel. I do want to look at the positives. I want to look at all of the great things that are happening in life. Hell, this whole process can be fun. But when you look at what you used to be able to buy on a single income alone versus what you need just to get by now in a household income, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I wanted to touch on this the other week when I was talking about jobs and when I was talking about finding a job in 2026. Be careful about who you get your advice from. A lot of people, when you tell them that you're looking for a home, when you're trying to find a place for you and your family to settle down, they always want to jump in and help. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite things about family and friends is that they're always eager to help, ready to jump in. Hey, I know this realtor. Hey, I know this place that might go up for sale, that might be on the market soon, just to try to help you out. I love it. And those people always want what's best for you. Always keep that in mind. However, I would be mindful of outdated advice or advice that might not necessarily be applicable anymore. For example, if somebody's trying to offer you unemployment advice about how you need to go in, march into the front desk and ask for a job right there on the spot, that's not really how things go anymore. Similarly, navigating the market in 1996 is a lot different than navigating it in 2026. There is, however, one piece of advice that I got that I would like to pass on to you when it comes to the home searching process that actually has helped me quite a lot in this experience. Enjoy it. It has been kind of fun to go to other people's homes, whether it's during an open house, whether it's during a showing, even an estate sale. It doesn't have to be necessarily like searching for a home. It's been kind of fun to envision your life and your future self in that home, even though it's probably never going to be yours. Even though the housing market is a bit of a joke right now, even though it's most definitely a huge headache, try and make the most out of it. There's a small part of me that actually kind of likes searching for a job because it's always that unknown. It's always that, oh, I could work here. I could do this job. I could do this job. You kind of get like a fresh start, and that's what you get in a new house. Try to enjoy it. Try to have some fun with it. Other than that, that's kind of the only advice I got for you. I haven't really necessarily found my own home. But yeah, that's it. If you made this far in the video, I really appreciate it. It always means a ton to me if you actually made it this far. It means a ton. More content on the way. Until then, I'll see y'all next time. There, I'll make it act as if it's moving. It's like you're trying to kill the Philly fanatic. Oh, what a kill. She got the Philly fanatic.